Hi, I'm Julie Ahmad, and I'm excited to give you a tour of my gallery and studio. This is my daughter, Aaliyah.
Hi.
And this is little Goober, and I'm really excited to invite you in. Come on, let's go. So one of the most important things when I took the space was to make sure that it could be as multifunctional as possible. Not only is this my studio space, but this is my art gallery showing space. I rent it out on Airbnb. I rent it out on Peerspace to corporate companies. I do it for event spaces. There's just a multitude of different things that I use the space for in order to basically survive as a solo artist, taking on a full space, not sharing it, in order to survive and kind of ensure that my business would run and be safe during any kind of economy. So you can see the art is up on the wall. And this is set up as a gallery space right now. Now, if I was having a non-COVID party, there would obviously be more tables set up and places where there would be more food and, you know, drinks and champers and all that good stuff going on. Notice, actually, this area, it is blank right here, and you will notice that the floors are very, very dirty. This is where I do most of my creating. I did just have the walls redone, and I've got these tracks put in, and all the holes I just filled in. I had kind of a second renovation done to the space. So I wouldn't have to put holes in the wall anymore, and I will be putting plastic on the walls to kind of save the walls from all of that gunk that gets put on here, just to kind of like keep it nicer and preserve the space better. Now, as you can see, the art is looking pretty light. I'm really excited. I just collaborated with Limbo Jewelry. They have a location on South Congress and at the Domain. So I have 4 pieces at the Domain location, and I have 5 pieces at the SoCo location. So as you can see, here is the kitchenette area. I designed this specifically with 2 sinks on purpose. This is my painter sink where I clean all of my brushes and all of the paint stuff. And then over here in this area, this is where I clean my lunch dishes. I don't want to get my sponges mixed up and possibly poison myself. I don't know. I know most things are non-toxic, but who wants to mix that up? So it's also nice when I do have workshops here to have extra sinks for, you know, having a multitude of people in here painting. Because sometimes I do have about, you know, 8 to 10 people in here at a time painting. So that kind of helps keep traffic moving. So that's there. And then we come over to this area, and I have Aaliyah who's going to show us about this little loungy area.
Okay, looks like Aaliyah didn't want to give the tour, so I'm going to fill in for her. Here is my little living room area. I got to pick out everything myself without considering my husband's taste at all, which was a blessing. My she shed is in full effect here. Loved maximizing out the space, using the loft, putting a bed in for guests, for Airbnb guests, and even my own guests from out of town when we had overflow, and giving them a nice, cozy place to stay. This is probably one of the most warm and inviting parts of my studio.
So this is what my studio looks like when I'm in creation mode. I always have at least 2 pieces I'm working on at the same time. I work flat on the table, and I also work with my art standing up. Both these pieces are not done yet. They're both getting their layers put on. There's probably at least 4 layers, at least 4 to 5 layers that go into every single piece that I make. So there's a lot of time that goes into it. As you can see, that'll be another video if I was ever to show you how all of that goes. But here you can see, for the sake of converting spaces, everything I keep on wheels. So here's my brushes. This is alcohol inks. I try to keep everything as tidy as possible. Here's the red, orange, yellows, green, blues, as you can see. I do put a lot of effort into keeping things clean. These little guys serve as great little holders. Put the paper towels here, hang the alcohol spray there. I like to recycle as much as possible. Even my garbage bags here are HEB bags. Let me see what else I can show you. Oh, my tables, they fold up so they can go away and be hidden. Over here, as you can see how I had the tablecloths put on top here. So it's really easy. I kind of just take this stuff down, swoop it underneath, put it in a bin or just underneath, and then tablecloth, champers, we're good to go. And then this here is Aaliyah's section, my mini artist in training. She's not even in training, she's a full-blown artist. So Leah, why don't you show everyone some of your art?
This is one of my favorites. It's named Red World, and I made it look like there's little cave entrances. Like this looks like a little path and more, and then it's like dripping down, like it's starting, like it was an eruption, and then everything dried up. And that is my paintings. I use gouache paints. My mom uses
Acrylics mostly?
acrylics, mostly paint. And I use gouache paints. I use a big and small paintbrush just in case I need a big one or a small one. The small one to outline lines, and the big one to make things like these.
Yeah, beautiful. Okay, so the last place I want to show you is my supply closet, and then we'll be done with the tour. Last but not least, this is my supply closet. This is what makes everything possible to make the magic happen by hiding all the goodies. Here are my racks that help me keep things organized. Everything is on wheels again. I have my acrylic paints here in rainbow order. I kind of come here with one of these bins. I have some empty ones, and I come shopping and I pick what colors I want. Here's a bunch of different mediums. I know where everything is. Sequins, bins, furs, ink for the printer, so on and so forth. As you can see, I have glitter bins down here. I have a projector. Big Swig has been a big supporter for sponsoring our events, so we always have Big Swig on hand. These are great for when we have outdoor events to keep us nice and warm. Extra easels for when we have classes. Big fan. I have an extra refrigerator here. Back in the day when we used to have parties. I'm not a big drinker. I only drink socially. So since we haven't been very social, this champagne is still there. Can't wait for COVID to be over and have something with you. Da, 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 da. Nobody needed to see that. Oh yeah, thank you, honey. So then I also have this big canvas rack built. This has been super helpful to keep pieces that I've done that I'm kind of waiting, that I don't want to reveal yet. For collections I'm saving, so don't look too closely. And then just canvases that I haven't used yet, so they're up there. And that's a wrap. I hope you enjoyed my tour. Please go to my website, julieahmad.com. It's JuliaAhmad.com. Sign up for my emails and don't miss a beat. Take care.